What's going on, brothers? What is going on? Press A1 if you can hear me loud and clear. How is my audio? Press a one, press a one. Can you hear me loud and clear? How's my audio? Am I good? Uh, how's the audio? Mayday, mayday, mayday. Is my audio good, Ethan?
Yeah, from my end, I'm on StreamYard, so it sounds perfect to me. But YouTube, I'm sure it's probably the same as YouTube.
Awesome. Snake Eye says I. Can I get a couple other ones, please? Is my audio good? Let me know in the live stream chat. Who's here? Who's here? Who is here? Press a one. Press a one in the live stream chat, please. If you can hear me loud and clear, better every day. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated. Awesome, man. Awesome. So, brothers, welcome. Okay, to a future classic live stream. I hope you're doing well so far. When you come in tonight, please like the video. Likes are greatly appreciated. Uh, make sure you support the channel today. Hit the super chats, hit the PayPal donations, and of course, join the Patreon for intel about foreign women, and support any way you can by copying the merch, etc., etc. That'd be greatly appreciated. As you can see on the screen, I'll be taking in new students in my upcoming Python class. Okay, so if you want to be a part of that, go on the Patreon and look for the tier called the Ultimate Python Course February 2024 and book your slot there. Okay. Ethan here is one of my former Python students, and he'll be breaking down his time there as he's currently live in Colombia. So make sure you join it. It's going to be an amazing course again. I'm going to give you brothers value. If you're serious about IT, do my course. Special announcement: Japan now has a digital nomad visa. Okay, big news: a digital nomad visa for IT professionals. So if you're not in IT, if you're not thinking about getting into IT, I kind of feel sorry for you. Companies and countries all around the world are opening up their visas, right? Their country for IT professionals. And if you don't have an IT job, you can't work remotely, tough. This is why I do these courses. This is why I do these courses, brothers. All right. So make sure you go and join um, the upcoming Python course if you're serious by IT, etc., etc. And I look forward to teaching you. So let's get straight into it. Mr. Ethan, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing amazing. Just relaxing and enjoying the country of Colombia. I'm in the city of Cali, so it's very nice.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Is it daytime and nighttime over there in Cali?
So right now we're currently 8:13 nighttime, and we do have the same time zone as Eastern Standard. As of now, it will change to 1 hour once daylight savings stops in America or resumes. I don't know how it works in America with the daylight savings, but we're same time currently. It's Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome, bro. Now, are you on the beach right now, or are you at home?
I am at home.
Damn, I know the weather's pretty great over there right now, isn't it?
Yes. So Cali has, or sorry, Colombia in general has different weather, but it's better than the states. At least the parts that it snows, is better. Medellin to me has the best weather. Cali's a little bit hotter than Medellin, and I've heard Cartagena is hotter, and then Bogota, the capital of Colombia, is colder. So it's a little bit colder in Bogota, the capital.
Awesome, bro. So I want to congratulate you for breaking out the matrix and remote working over there in Colombia. And we're gonna break down safety, life there, women there. Obviously, Colombia's been on the news big time in terms of what's really going on there in 2024. Um, but first and foremost, brother, I want to congratulate you for as before I even go, so before I even break that down for us, speak on that, bro. Do you mind giving us a brief intro about who you are, bro, where you're from, and anything special about you, brother?
So I'm Ethan. I'm from the DMV area. Born and raised in the DMV area of the United States of America. I'm 30 years old. I work remotely. Been abroad, for about a year plus. Um, Anything special about me would be I'm a big time, I'm a very serious person who likes to just focus and like, get the job done. So, I don't take things for granted. Me living abroad is something that I realize that is I should not be taking for granted because it's very rare and it really does change your life.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. You were part of my previous Python student, brother. You did very well. Your homework was amazing. You contributed in class. It was great teaching you, bro. So well done for graduating from my class, brother. Yeah, and finishing my course, brother. Super proud of you, brother, for sticking to it to the end, brother. Do you want to break down for us, as to why brothers should join my upcoming Python course, bro, and just how I do things, why you enjoyed it. Break it down for us, bro.
So yeah, the Python course was amazing. It took Python and it made it simple for me to understand. Because before I took this course, I was lost. I was doing some self studying, and things weren't. It was kind of difficult to self study because it's a new foreign subject to me. So it's better to have a teacher who can actually teach you and break things down for you in an easy way for you to understand. While while you like me being able to kind of like um, hear you talk about something and also you explain to us, through the VS Code was very important to me, and it really helped me understand Python. And of course, the Python journal made things easy for me to kind of, once I study, kind of do and read and go back and do homework in order to understand Python in like a easier way, easier format.
Incredible, bro. Brother, and in terms of my teaching format, because obviously, like, there's so many different things to do with Python, but you know, I think the way I stand out is it's interactive, right? You're in a network, you're in a group of men that also share the same goals as you, and these are men that will be your friends forever. So if one brother gets a job in the future in IT, he can actually recommend, hey, I know Ethan, he's also a smart guy. Then you have that network there. Other courses don't offer a network. They don't offer interactive teaching like me. They don't have you know the same teaching style as me. There's a reason why my Python course is loved by many past pros that have taken it, brother. Brother, um, speak about the network, brother, that you created, friends you created, brother. Speak about the extra benefits you have on the Patreon too, the IT intel, the travel intel, the foreign women intel. Speak about, brother, my teacher style. Break it down, bro.
Absolutely. So yeah, so I was also taking a course while I was taking your course, and you're right about the network. There's no network in the other course. It's just do your homework, do an assignment, submit the modules, and that's it. You might be able to get help from professors, but it's not like one-on-one help where there's an actual, you know, person teaching you. It's more like watch this video, read this module, do the module, submit it, and then it gets graded. So I don't like that part. It's just your course is better because we're actually sitting down on Zoom with you, and you're explaining to us what we should do, why we're doing this, and then we can ask questions. Put a one in the chat, and then you respond, and we'll be able to speak our questions, and you answer it. I love that fact about the course. Also, having these groups, so we have WhatsApp groups, we have the Facebook group for all the members, and then you can have your own individual WhatsApp groups and whatever platform you want to communicate on, wherever there's Discord. So it's a very, as a area and a place where you can go in and have someone there who's in the same situation and can kind of lead you to a job in the future. Because it's good to have this group, so that way, if that does happen, someone can be like, "Hey, I know Ethan. He knows he was in the same course as me. I'm gonna, reach out and offer him a job. So yeah, it's really good and it's amazing to have that sort of network of friends to have because that's what make life easy in general. Like just like me living in Cali, trying to get an apartment, for example, me having a group of people who I know I can just reach out to and be like, hey, this is my lawyer friend. Please, can you review this contract for me to make sure everything is perfectly fine. So it's good to have a network of friends who are there to support you, and it just makes your life easy because it doesn't matter how much you know. It matters who you know.
Absolutely, bro. And brother, obviously, I also offer, you know, many benefits on the Patreon as well in terms of, the intro on foreign women, brother. Obviously, don't go too into because obviously you gotta keep it PG on YouTube, but you have a lot the access to over 100 videos on the Patreon financial intel, brother. Foreign woman intel, real estate intel. Did you enjoy that kind of intel as well, brother, on the Patreon as well too?
So I did. That's good information to know. Like, places to go, what is safe, what is not safe. I was actually receiving some of the Gmail. You were sending me some Gmail highlights of videos to watch while I was subscribed to the Patreon. So that's a good resource to have, knowing like what are the safest places to go, where are the best places to find the females, information like that, and all the X-rated stuff. If you want to go into that, the people in the chat, if you want to kind of get into that realm, that's also available. So it's also a really good source because we have people who have gone boots on the ground who can tell you from firsthand experience like this is a good place to go. So highly recommend it that you sign up for the Patreon because there's a lot more than just the few things that we've mentioned. There's a lot more than that. So it's good to have.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So once again, brother, welcome. Well done for finishing the course, bro. I think one of my former students, they finished my course before you did, and their income went from 150 grand to 300,000 a year because he took my concepts as to what I taught him, told his employer, I know Python to double his income. So I'm doing what I can for you, brothers. Make use of it. I hope to see you join, the Patreon um, to get into the classes. It is a course only for black men. Okay. So if you're a black man, you're watching the stream, this channel, go and join. Okay. It's only for black men. So, Ethan, um, whew, Cali, you're in Cali, Colombia. Okay. I want to get into the meat of things, bro, because obviously you've lived in. But break down for me your life in Colombia so far. Leaving the US, being in Colombia, break it down.
Yeah, so when I actually visited, this is my third time in Colombia. My first time, I had a friend who invited me just for like three. He just said, "Hey, come down here," because he was asking me. I met this guy way, way back, like I think 3 years ago, and he was saying, "Hey, yo, come back, come to Cali, or sorry, come to Colombia, Medellin," saying that, "Oh, this is a good place to be. The chicks here are very nice, they're beautiful." And I didn't really listen to him because I was like, this guy's just talking, he's just talking. And I was like, okay. He told me get your passport. So I didn't really get my passport because I was like, I got work, I got car notes, I got rent, I got bills to pay. So I wasn't like trying to leave and like, to go to to Colombia. I thought it was dangerous. And eventually though, I was like, hey, let me get my passport. Let me go into the postal service, book an appointment. Got my passport. I got the passport book and card. And then I got that got that. And then eventually I was like, I was just thinking about things like, hey, I need to get rid of things. I need to sell all my stuff. I want to go and experience something different. So I sold my car, I sold a bunch of my things, and then took my flight. Took a one way to Colombia for the first time. My friend walked me through the process. I went to Colombia. He picked me up from the airport, and I was actually kind of shocked and surprised to see that Colombia was pretty. Things are pretty well run, and the cars, the roads, especially the roads were really nicely paved. It wasn't like Africa because I used to live in Africa a few years ago, like a decade ago. So things were pretty nice there. I experienced that for 3 months. He was just telling me, "Yo, I can get you. I can show you the place to get a remote job." And he kind of just guided me through, Colombia and told me about what to look out for, getting a remote job, working abroad, and staying in a foreign country. So I really appreciate that friend because he introduced me to this life and helped me out a lot. And then from there, I ended up, getting a remote job, going back to the States, getting my equipment. I spent like 8 months there. Came back like late or early January. This is like my second time in Colombia. So, so I've kind of been here ever since then. Besides a little break in between in December to go back and take care of business. And I came back in January. And from there, I've been in, Colombia. I started off in Medellin for 6 months, Cali for the other 6 months, and just enjoying Cali now, experiencing the culture. My Spanish has been getting better and things like that. So the country's amazing. A lot of people say it's dangerous, but you just got to be careful with how you move, and things will be okay in Colombia.
Okay, awesome. Shout out to Mr. Terrell Boxley for the $199 super chat. T Box, thank you, bro, for the support. Much appreciated, Terrell. Shout out to Terrell again for the $199 super chat. I just signed up. Awesome, bro. Looking forward to teaching you Python very, very soon. Well done, bro, for taking that leap of faith, getting into IT, getting that experience, break out the matrix, and live abroad. Awesome, bro. So, brother, there's um there's been some issues going on in the past couple of weeks in regards to safety in Colombia, drugging, robberies, kidnapping that have affected many, many passport bros. I made a couple of videos about it. I'm now recommending brothers to pick Panama over Colombia because Panama is a lot more safer, more expensive, so it keeps away Pookie and Ray Ray. Brother, can you break down for us, boots on the ground? You're currently in Colombia right now. What sort of vibe there in terms of safety?
So safety, the country is safe, relatively safe. There's just, of course, certain areas that you don't want to go to, especially late at night. But for the most part, it's safe. If you're living your day-to-day life, going to the gym, going to the supermarket, going to the club, going to salsa, just kind of doing day-to-day, going to the mall, is not really dangerous. The only reason people might think it's dangerous is because of these guys who come down here for pay to play, and then they want to use Tinder, and then they meet some random chick off of Instagram or Tinder, and then they just invite them over to their crib immediately, and then something happens. So um, Colombia is pretty safe if you're just living your day-to-day life.
Okay, awesome, bro, awesome. So you're saying you gotta avoid the dating apps. That's the issue there that is messing up passport bros.
Correct, because even America has the U.S. embassy has got put in they put a warning for people who are traveling to Colombia that avoid dating apps. It's literally on the U.S. embassy's website. If you check it right now, it will say when you go there, do not use dating apps, because that's where most of the criminals are kind of finding their victims. From people who are just coming down here to pay for play and thinking that this baddie is going to come over to their crib on the first time and just kind of do business with them. So it's gotta use your brain and just don't be too desperate. There are establishments for things like that. If you guys want to go, you guys can go. It's legal here, but I would highly recommend if you guys visit Colombia, do not bring a random chick over to your apartment complex or wherever you're living. So
Oh wow, incredible, incredible. So okay, so how are you moving out there, brother? Break down for us your dating life. In terms of how you personally meet women and how's that going for you, brother, so far?
So currently, I've gotten a lot better at meeting chicks. My Spanish has gotten a little bit better. It's not the best, but it's better. I would mostly meet chicks at the mall, because I feel as if that's like the safest place in terms of like meeting high quality, beautiful females. It's just at the mall. You just walk up to them, and be like, "Hey, hola, cómo está?" And that means hello, how are you? Um, you know, and then kind of chop it up with them. Talk to them a little bit, get their WhatsApp, get their I would recommend get their WhatsApp, and then go from there. That to me is the best place. I also have been using Tinder. That's where I met my current girl, on Tinder, and I've met some other chicks on there as well. Because sometimes you might not have time to leave the home. But I don't recommend Tinder for people who are just here for like 2 weeks and who don't have time to vet chicks out properly, because you can meet some bad chicks on Tinder, as you guys already know. So that's how I meet my chicks, is mostly on at the mall, maybe at the gym, but mostly at the mall.
Okay, awesome. So, brother, so tell us where you've lived in so far. So you're currently in Cali. What other places have you lived in Colombia?
So I lived in Cali for about like 6 months and like 3 weeks now. I'm currently in Cali, but I was in Medellin for 6 months prior to me being in Cali. Other than that, just the United States. So
Okay, awesome, awesome. So, is that your favorite spot, Cali, or something else?
Cali is my favorite spot because I do want to learn Spanish, so that's why I'm kind of in South America, especially Cali or Colombia. But then Cali is my favorite city in Colombia because of Afro Latinas. So I do prefer Afro Latinas. And in Medellin, I really only saw like five Afro Latinas the whole time I was there, like beautiful ones. So I was like, hey, let me just come to Cali. I've heard a lot about it. I was a little bit nervous when coming down here, but it's been really, you know, good for me. It does have a lot more Afro Latinas, so you have a lot of options here in Cali, Afros.
Awesome, awesome. So now, brother, let me break down. I want to know about the lifestyle there. So, what kind of lifestyle are you living there in Colombia? So, I'm assuming you're in a cheaper cost of living area. You know, your dollars go far. Break it down first, brother. Break down the lifestyle that you're living there, bro.
That's a great one. Great question. So my lifestyle is pretty, good. My Airbnb cost me like 560. The guy is overcharging me because I have like a one bedroom, one bath, one, one, bedroom, one living room. So it's expensive because I was in the Medellin. I had like a two bedroom, two baths, and it was a way bigger square foot area. And it cost me like around the same price, maybe like $20 to $30 more per month. So, but that was not Airbnb. That was like outside of Airbnb. So it was, it's still cheap compared to the United States, but in terms of Colombian prices, it is a little bit more expensive. I am working on getting a unfurnished apartment that's going to cost me about like $484, which is about 1,900,000 pesos. I'm going to see if like five of them tomorrow. I'm booked out tomorrow to go see those spots. So I'm trying to get me a spot that's going to be way bigger, and that's going to just kind of have a bigger space. It's going to be roughly around the same price with utilities included, but it's still a bigger apartment. So pretty cheap to live here. Food is super cheap. If you buy your food, if you order your food, it's still cheap compared to the states, but it still eats up money if you order food every day, twice a day. Um, Ubers are crazy cheap. Like from here to the airport, it costs me like I would say $29 to $30, and that's like an hour and like it's an hour ride, and that costs for like $30. In the states, you're paying way more for like 20 minutes. You're probably paying like that much. So things are cheap. It's just a good place to live. You save money on everything that you buy, except like electronics. Yeah, so you really can't complain living in Colombia in terms of like things to spend money on, like your rent and your food. So
Wow. So paying under $500 a month, brother, for your own spot is incredible, brother. How much were you paying for rent in America?
I was paying about 850, but I was sharing. So it was like I was in a house. I was sharing. I had my own room, and I was sharing like a bathroom and a living room, and everything was included, and it was 850. So
Wow, brother. So, brother, you've gone from living in a shared house, paying 850 for a room, sharing a bathroom, to now having your own spot, brother. Okay. Um, Finishing my Python course, and then living your best life, brother, for under $500 a month, brother, in Cali, Colombia. That is incredible, bro. Oh my goodness. So, but what's the process in, obviously finding a property there in Colombia? What websites do you use? How does one go about finding their own spot there once they become an IT bro? Do my Python course, etc., etc. Brother, how does one find a property there? What do you do, brother?
So that's a multi-layered question, right? So you can use Airbnb. That might be the easiest route. If you're here short term, I would recommend Airbnb because if you're here for like a month or 2 months, it's going to make more sense to just use Airbnb. Get your spot off of there. Now, if you want unfurnished or furnished, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky because you can find bigger spots and cheaper spots, but there's going to be a lot more requirements, a lot more paperwork you have to submit. Like for example, I'm looking for a spot, and they're saying, hey, you have to submit 3 months rents, or sorry, you have to give your last three pay stubs, you have to give us your last three bank statements, you have to get give us your ID, you have to get a co-signer, um, and all these different things. And this is just to get an unfurnished spot. So it's a little bit. I'm sure in the states you probably have to do the similar process. It's just a little bit more tedious compared to what I'm used to doing. It's just like, hey, this is my identity. This is how much I make this month. I'll pay your rent every month. There's a lot more work in terms of just getting your own spot. If you want to buy a spot, I believe there's even way more requirements than that. So a little bit tricky, but it's nothing too complicated that you can't do in like a few days in terms of like renting. So a little bit more work, but I think it's worth it because you do get a crazy good spot, and it's going to be bigger. So yeah.
Okay. Could you recommend us some agencies you use to find your current spot, your spot in Medellin or in Cali? What agency did you use for these long term to find these long term furnished properties or unfurnished, brother?
So my girl when I went to Yin actually helped me out. She actually got me the spot. But I would say this is going to be very simple because I've used some of these websites people have recommended to me, and they're good websites. The only issue is that they're owned by so the people who are posting on there are like big real estate agencies. So I'm not sure if they're too busy, but they just don't respond. So the best way, the number one way that I've discovered is Facebook Marketplace. That has been by far the best. I booked 4 appointments, 4 or 5 appointments tomorrow, so many that I can't remember off of Facebook Marketplace, and I've already seen prior to this like eight. And that's solely been on Facebook Marketplace. Um, that's what I would recommend. They'll say, hey, go see the spot. And then if after you do see the spot, you can be like, hey, I'm interested. This is what you need to submit to these people, and then they'll process it, and then from there you can proceed. But I would recommend this Facebook Marketplace.
Amazing, bro. What visa are you on, brother?
So I'm on a tourist visa, and somebody in the chat made a great question. How did I stay more than 6 months? So technically, I overstayed my visa. Right, the first time I came in, I overstayed. Um, Luckily, they didn't charge me a fine because after you stay more than 6 months, you are supposed to get penalized, and it's supposed to be a big fine. It should be no more than 900 supposedly. Sometimes it could be less than that, or maybe it could be more. But I was lucky. I came back January, I think it was like January 14th, and surprisingly, I didn't pay a fine. Um, but now I'm actually working because the visas reset every January 1st. In case you guys are wondering, they reset, and you get an additional 6 months January 1st. So now I have I'm on my tourist visa, and I'm talking to like a few lawyers and on getting like a digital nomad visa, or you can also get a student visa. So if, there's many visas you can get. It's those are like the top two most popular for people who are from the United States, foreigners.
Amazing, amazing, bro. So lawyers, is that Colombian lawyers? And brother, are they reputable? How did you find these lawyers? Is it for a friend? I want to know, like, obviously the whole legal process in terms of finding the best lawyers to help you get a visa or whatever.
So two of them, so one of them I got from a friend, and this other one I got from a lady who I really trust, who I highly recommend. So that one I can vouch for because she's very professional, speaks perfect English. I've had multiple chats with her. English is perfect, very professional. So yeah, I recommend her. She's very reliable. There's another one that a friend recommended me to her. Now she, according to him, is reliable. She seems reliable. Her English is probably not the best, but still, there's good options out here. Those two I trust because I got them from a friend, so they've used them. I also have a third one from another friend, but there's just so many at this point. I'm probably gonna go with the first one that my this because this chick I have on Instagram, and I known her for like a year now, so I will trust whoever she recommends me to. And she's like a female. You guys probably know her. Her name was like Paola. She was on another YouTuber's channel, so very popular chick. Who she recommended me to a lawyer friend of hers.
Awesome, incredible. And this is the reason why brothers should take the Python course, right? Because once again, brothers, right, you're on a network. So Ethan is now within his own IT networks that was created by my channel and him being on the course. Someone that can know Ethan's voice, or if Ethan's in any sort of groups that we're currently in, he can share that intel. So you're not only paying for the course or the Python intel, you're paying for a network as well. you know so essentially, right, you're the fees I'm charging to teach you every month for the next 4 to 5 months is nothing, right? It's literally nothing, bruv. We're offering you more than you're getting charged for. It's a bargain, brothers. Okay, so you have to make sure you use this to your advantage, because there'll be a time where I'm just gonna be chill. I got my girl with me. I'm just gonna be in the background and just live life, etc., etc. I've done the work, right? I've touched upon over 80 countries on this channel. You got into on the Patreon. We're doing a crypto game now. There'll be a time where I'm just gonna lay back and enjoy the fruits of my labor, right? Right now, while you have me, okay, while I'm still here, use it to your advantage. Join the Python course, add Python to your skill set, right? Like I mentioned, Japan now has a digital nomad visa. That's big news. It came out today, literally today, 2nd February. So brothers who are already in IT, they're eating right now. I'm in IT, I'm eating right now because of that visa. I'm looking into it. Brothers that I shared it with, they're also looking into it. Brothers that want to get into IT, they're excited. Some of y'all got to stop dreaming about traveling to these countries and being in IT and actually do the work. Just do it, bruv. Stop fantasizing. We want you out there. That's why me and Theo teach Python and AWS respectively. Theo teaches AWS cloud, I teach Python, and that goes perfect together. So if you're in Theo's class, you're in my class. That's two skill sets, bruv. That's two skill sets. Are you were you in Theo's class, Ethan?
I was not. I was hearing a lot of people things about it, and so eventually I might, depending on how my Python journey job searching goes, I might eventually like in a year or two be like, hey, I need something else to improve my skill set and get on that. But for now, I'm going to kind of just focus on Python and see what I can do with it and what else I need to add to it to get a better job. So
Awesome, man. So awesome, brother. So cost of living wise, brother, when you compare Colombia cost of living to America cost of living, brother, what's cheaper? Is your dollars going far in terms of buying food, water, utilities? You living good out there in Colombia, bro?
that's a great question because I was literally in the United States like 3 weeks ago, and when I mean things were expensive, like I was trying to get groceries from like Amazon Fresh, and I was spending almost like 80, $60, like $100 on groceries. It was insane. In Colombia, I'm going to the grocery store, and the most I'm probably spending is like maybe $15, max 20. The difference is like is almost scary because I was just like thinking to myself, like I spent like $400 in like 1 month living in America in December. It was insane.
Bro, that's so you telling me, brother, big shopping costs you $20 in Colombia, big shopping in America, $100,
Yeah.
$400.
Yeah, because
Yo,
here you got the grocery stores. You can just pick up. You don't have to buy things that you don't really need. You can pick up like you can buy like one, two, like five potatoes, one onion. You don't have to buy onions in like packs and stuff. And it's things are just cheaper. Like an onion might be like 20, 30 cents. In America, like the minimum you can buy an onion for is probably like 1.99. Like just little things like that. That adds up. 50, 20, 30 cents versus like $2 for one onion is insane. Like eggs cost like I think like $3 here for like a dozen, versus in the states you're probably spending like $6. It's probably even cheaper in Colombia, but things are so cheap that I don't really have a budget. I don't really like go and calculate my groceries because it's so cheap. I just put it on my little Excel spreadsheet. Like I think it's like $200 for my grocery shopping, but I'm probably spending way less than that.
that's crazy, bruv. That is crazy. Oh my goodness, man. Like, brother, oh my goodness. So,
I'm gonna give
oh,
you an example,
yeah.
right? So the same there's Tyson chicken. I eat the same chicken I eat in America, right? On Amazon Fresh, it's like $10. They sell that exact same chicken in the exact same pack, and it's like $5 in Colombia. And that's still expensive because this is chicken from America, more than likely. So you can get cheaper chicken for even cheaper than $5. And it's like it comes like seven in a pack. You can even get that cheaper for a lot less. So imagine.
That's crazy, bro. So you're and brother, and this is healthy food in
Yes,
Colombia? Whoa.
healthy food. Like when I'm eating, I'm eating like bananas, broccoli, eggs, tomato, onions. What else am I eating? Orange juice. Orange juice is crazy cheap. You guys know orange juice in America is probably crazy expensive. Water is super cheap. Everything. The thing is, I don't even calculate things anymore because you buy so much stuff and you come home and you realize that you only spent like $10, and in the states those 5 or 7 things that you just bought would probably be like $30. So it's like, it gets to a point where I don't even keep track. I just go and buy what I actually thinking because it's so cheap that it doesn't really matter.
Wow, brother, and and this is organic food as well. You're buying in Colombia,
Yes, this is. I'm not eating when I go to the grocery store. I'm not buying no unhealthy stuff. I'm buying things that are healthy, only healthy things. But the only thing that I might not buy that's healthy might be like, I guess you could say orange juice is not the healthiest thing to eat, but that or drink. But everything else is healthy besides the food I order. I might order some Papa John's and some pizza, because that's kind of unhealthy. That's the only thing I really order. But grocery shopping, all natural, organic, healthy stuff. Salmon. I will say that their shrimp. I think their shrimp is the same price. It's probably similar in price to the United States. That's one thing I would probably tell you that is similar.
bro. This is incredible, bro. This is in so you're saving a lot of money then, brother, by living in a much cheaper country, right?
Yeah, if I show you my budget, bro, like it's crazy. I'm saving money like rent, groceries, especially groceries, even like ordering. This is a good example because I had DoorDash one time and I think I got Chipotle. When I saw the total, it was almost like $25. And then but if I order food here, like it'd be like the same quality food would be like maybe 12 and $13. And that's with the tip and the delivery. You're not getting that in America.
That's crazy. But is that all over Colombia or is that specifically in Cali?
That's all over Colombia. It doesn't matter whether you're Medellin, because I was in Medellin too. So it doesn't matter where you are, it's gonna be similar price. Um, yeah, and that's priority ship, delivery. So you order your food, it doesn't take like 40 minutes to get to your home. It might take like 10 or 15 minutes. So DoorDash is like they take their time. You gotta tip them more to get your food faster. It's just dumb, but
So, brother, are you cooking your own food or is your girl cooking for you, brother?
so sometimes, because my girl has a job, right? So she can't be at my crib all the time. But I'll mostly cook my eggs in the morning. I got my air fryer, about an air fryer from the store. I'll put my chicken breast in there, or store, yeah, my chicken breast in there. I'll boil my tea. I'll boil my broccoli, and I'll just season that up and eat it. Sometimes she does cook for me. Like if she spends the night, then in the morning she'll cook for me. If we spend the Sunday all together, Sunday together, she'll cook me like breakfast, lunch, and then dinner. She's always asking me, "Hey, what do I want to eat?" She'll cook for me and then feed me, and then we'll just kind of watch a movie and talk. So yeah,
And get down to business, huh? keep it PG.
absolutely, yeah, yeah. She would
So
definitely
amazing, bro. So, brother,
go ahead. Hello, did I cut out IP? Your IP?
hello.
Yeah, you cut out for a bit.
So am I back now, bro?
Yeah, you're back right now. Yeah.
So, brother, how do you spicy your food? What spices do you use out there in Colombia?
So they have all kinds of spice, but I want to keep it simple. So when cook my food, I probably just put salt and pepper, and I might put something else. But what my girl does is she'll probably put something else in it, But there's all kinds of spices out here. But I like to keep it, regular, just salt and pepper.
It's like, hey, salt and pepper, bro. Hey, bro, come on, man. That's that white people seasoning, bro.
But I just keep it simple because it works for me. Oh, I do put some sauce on it. So I'll put some like I get this sauce from the Frisbee. Like Frisbee is basically like kind of like the Colombian Popeyes. They have this like buffalo sauce. So I might put some buffalo sauce on it, and I might keep some extra sauce. If I go to Frisbee, I'll pick up some sauce, put that on there. But I just keep it simple, man. Just salt and pepper. I might put some garlic seasoning. I have this like seasoning that has like garlic, black pepper. It's like a mixture of all kind of seasoning. I might put that on there as well. So
Amazing, bro. Amazing. You're living life out there in Colombia, bro. I'm very happy for you, brother. Um, wow. Saving a
yeah,
lot of money. Go on, bro.
I can't imagine like living in the States anymore because when I was there in December, it was cold. I was like, I can't wait to leave, man. Like, I can't wait to leave. Like, I'm excited to, not be in America because I can't understand why anyone would want to live in America if you have a remote job. It doesn't make any
Mm.
sense.
It doesn't make any sense, bro. That's why I'm pushing IT for these brothers, man. That's why I teach Python. Theo teaches AWS, so Theo handles the AWS side. I only teach Python. I give you the skill set, so you can have the Python skill set, right? So you can explain to employers, I know Python, I know how it works, etc., etc. And Python is one of the most important languages right now in IT, brothers. We trying to set you up for success here, right? We're doing our best here. So, brother, so now you're clearly living right life better than the average Colombian. You have more money, more of a better quality of life. You're probably on the upper middle class scale there. Um, do people notice that, or are you low key? Do they know that you're American and you have money? What about safety as well, brother? You having this money or living good. Break it down. How does that work?
So I'm low key. Like I don't wear fancy jewelries, but you can definitely tell that I'm not Colombian because the shoes I wear. So I wear New Balances. I have these like Adidas like 4D forwards, like these crazy shoes that you would know that Adidas in Colombia is expensive. It's overpriced. So my Apple Watch, you can tell that I have an Apple Watch. You'll be able to tell that hey, this guy has money. I get my haircuts every week. I wear cologne. I dress nicely. I dress really clean. Clean, tight well fitted shirts that are kind of like they're good quality shirts compared to what you really get in Colombia. Um, so I got a bunch of name brands, so you should be able to easily tell. But I don't like to do too much. But of course, I think people can tell that I'm not Colombian, and it is pretty safe, right? It's safe. No one's going to come out of the bushes and smack you across the face. It's not that dangerous as people want to make it appear to be. It's pretty safe. I walk to the gym all the time. I go out in the nighttime. I take a walk. I just walk around. My phone out. I'm careful. Of course, I'm careful. I'm not gonna just do dumb things and just like not pay attention to my surroundings. But it's pretty safe for the most part in Colombia.
So the people in your area know who you are, that and they also know that you're American, and or they don't know you're American.
I would say that maybe they do know, maybe they don't know, but it's just like maybe only the people who I see every day. But I don't think people are paying attention to me because I kind of keep a low profile. Because I don't want people to know I'm American because some of them might have ideas. But I'm sure if they see me walking with the clothes I have on and the shoes, you might be thinking, hey, that guy might be American. But even in public, I don't like to talk too loud. I don't like to use English. I like to like learn the language and like speak mostly. Keep it short and simple, and
Mm.
always speak Spanish and just be aware.
Brother, I like the way you move, man. Brothers, learn that Spanish. Learn that Spanish, man. You want to Instagram the culture. Don't make it to know that, oh, I'm an American. I'm an American, bro. I'm an American. I'm an American. I'm an American. I'm an American. Nah, bruv. When you're in Colombia, do what the Romans do, right? If you when you're in Rome, do what the Romans do. When in Colombia, do what the Colombians do. Fantastic, bro. So safety is good for you. Food is good for you. So you got a Colombian girlfriend. How did you meet her, brother? What race is she, and how does she treat you, bro?
She's Afro Latina. I
Ooh.
really I like them brown skin, so I only really like them to be black. I met her on Tinder. Met her on Tinder. She's very caring. She's always like texting me, "Hey, have you eaten breakfast? Have you eaten lunch? Have you eaten dinner?" When we're together, she said, "Hey, you gotta be more affectionate." So it's a lot. She's also very young. I think she's like 22. So
Ooh.
she's super young.
Are you
Um,
30, bro? You're 30, right?
I'm 30 years old. Just
Hold on.
turned
Sorry,
30.
bro. Stop right there, brother. Hold on. Hold on. This brother's leaving the passport, bro. Was dream life right now. Remote working in Colombia, cheap cost of living, saving a lot of money, 30-year-old man with a 22-year-old chick. Incredible, bro. I had to applaud you there. Carry on, brother.
Yeah, I will say that I do like them older because the older chicks have like nice bodies. They're thicker. They're more experienced in the bedroom. Like my last girl, for example, she was like 31, 32, but her body she had like the craziest thighs. If you guys know about like Cherokee, the buns, if you guys know her, she's similar like size, height wise, and the booty, like the thick thighs. She's a single mom too, so I do like them to be milfs because they have way thicker thighs. Their butts are bigger. They're just crazy in the bed. Like she was the best chick I ever smashed ever. Just like she was amazing. Just I don't know if anyone would ever top her in my life. She was just the best. Just a
Okay.
pro,
So
man.
she treats you very well. You met her on Tinder. How did you like obviously filter out that she wasn't gonna drug you, use scopolamine, all that stuff? Break it down for us, bro.
So when I got on Tinder, or yeah, I was on Tinder. I was like, hey, I was messaging her like, hey, what do you do? I took my time, so I took like a few days. Hey, then eventually I was like, hey, let me get your Instagram, right? So I got her Instagram. I looked at her photos. Look at all of her friends, things that she was doing. I asked her questions, and I saw where she worked. It's kind of vetting her out. Talking to her, and then I think a few days later, I was like, hey, let's meet up at this spot, right? So we met up, and I can just tell, interacting with her, holding her hand, um, and just like, just the interactions, how she was responding back to me, things like that. So I can tell, you can just look at chick and just kind of tell the interactions, how they message you, things like that. Holding your hand, just the basic interactions. He wasn't trying to move too fast. We didn't go out to my crib right away. We went to a public place, which I recommend for guys. Always meet these chicks at a public place. Fill them out. Fill them out. Look at eye contact, how they interact with you, if they hold your hand, things like that. Just her overall vibe. She was definitely not one of those chicks who's going to rob you.
Incredible. Hold on. Shout out to Mr. Babatunde Oloye for the 299 Australian dollars super chat. Join the Python class. Looking forward to teaching you, Mr. Babatunde. I appreciate you both for joining the class. Shout out to Mr. Eric Mogadishu for the 799 Australian dollars super chat. Eric, send me a DM on IG, brother. We got a touch base, brother. It's been a minute. Japan just introduced a digital nomad visa. Yes, indeed. And South Korea also for 2 years. Yes, indeed, bro. Get on the Python course and change your life. Long live IP support. Salute you, brother, for the support, man, and for the kind words, bro. Yes, brother. Long live IP and long live you too, Mr. Eric, man. Brothers, now's the time. Now is the time, brothers. Okay. We got a brother Eric out here, out there in Colombia, living the dream. Japan just dropped a digital nomad visa for IT professionals. South Korea also just did so for 2 years too. So you take my Python class, take my Python class, you take Fields AWS class, you get into IT, you got that skill set, you get your first remote job, you want to go to South Korea and live there for 2 years, you can travel there and back to Japan while you're in South Korea. Maybe spend weekends in Japan while you're in South Korea, or maybe spend weekends in South Korea when you're in Japan. This is only possible with IT professionals. If you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, it's impossible. Because guess what? If you're a qualified lawyer in New York, right, and you have the New York license, you can't work in Japan as a lawyer. You can't work in South Korea as a lawyer because you haven't done the Tokyo bar exams or the Seoul bar exams. This is why we're pushing IT for you, brothers, man. This is why. Okay, it's really changing lives, man. And we want to get you brothers in before it's too late. When it's too late, don't say IP didn't warn you. All right. Don't say IP didn't warn you. Incredible. So, brother, okay, so this Colombian girlfriend of yours, bro. Um, the topic of girls' trips, brother, and the topic of what's it called? Male friends. Is that a problem with her, bro?
So she did tell me that she was, interacting with her male friends, right? I was okay with it. I was like, I trust you, not to do anything. So I'm sure she would have cut them off if I told her to, but I was like, I'm not too worried about it. You know,
Okay. What about girls' trips? Does she go have any girls' trips, brother?
she doesn't quite have her passport. She's working on it, so I don't think she was traveling. I think you need a passport to even get on a plane if you're Colombian. So I don't think she goes on girls trips. Um, she probably hangs out with her friends, but
Okay. Have you met her friends, brother?
Nope, I've never met her friends.
Okay, okay, brother. How long have you been with her for?
I would say about a month now. I
Okay,
would say because I would say about a month and like 2 weeks. Because before I left to America, I had met her. We known each other like 2 weeks, and then now it's been like I think 3 weeks. So it's about like a month and 1 week.
okay. And did she know you were American on Tinder? Did you mention that you're American on Tinder?
I believe she did because we I think that was like one of the first conversations. Like, where are you from? So yeah, I believe she does know.
Okay, but on your Tinder profile, does it say you're American?
Let me see. So I mean, like I think the profile gets converted over to like, and let me check right now because I really haven't. 'Cause some chicks don't even know I'm American, so it must be way. It shows that I'm currently in Cali, but I don't know if it really shows that I'm American. Because my profile, I had changed my about me section um to Spanish. Um, so I think the way it shows up on my profile is in English, but when I view other people's profiles is in Spanish. So I don't know how the conversion works. But I have some chicks who've been asked me, "Hey, where are you from?" So maybe they do know I'm American. I'm gonna assume that they know I'm American.
Okay, so you trust her completely, and is that but obviously you dated quite a few there, right, in Colombia.
Yeah, I trust her a lot because she doesn't really hide her phone as well. She doesn't hide her phone. I can see her messages. She's not worried when I'm looking at her phone, so I trust her.
Okay, and she's on social media as well.
Yeah, she's on Instagram. She doesn't really have that many followers. A lot of people are on Instagram here, but they don't really have that many followers. Um, so I do trust her, and I think that the chicks here they're loyal. They're not gonna really cheat on you and do things like that to you. That's what I've experienced. But I don't really know. Your people are right though. You don't really know someone till you spend more time with them.
Mm. So, but is it you said women that are loyal? Is that a Cali Colombia thing, or is that a nationwide thing?
I would say that this is a Cali, Colombia thing. I feel as the chicks here just seem more. It's just seem more loyal to me. But I don't really know. I haven't really experienced and interacted with chicks as much. But the ones I've dealt with, they seem like they're loyal. That they're honest people. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome, bro. No, this is awesome, bro. This is good. So what don't you like about your time in Colombia so far? So just to give a summary, right? It's so far it's going well for you in terms of dating. It's going well for you in terms of cost of living. It's going well for you in terms of remote working there. It's going well for you in terms of food, saving money. Awesome so far. What don't you like about Colombia, if there's anything?
I would say Cali is a little bit too hot. Medellin has better weather than Cali. And then sometimes people would try to finesse you. Like, for example, I was at the airport and I was coming back. This was like a few weeks ago. Coming to Cali, this guy was trying to help me, right? And he tried to charge me like 15,000 pesos, which is probably like $3. That's nothing. It's nothing crazy. But then I realized that because my Uber driver, I know my Uber driver because I've actually used them before. He was telling me no, the actual price is 5 million, which is like $1. So things like that, people will try to finesse you for small amounts. Another example, I was trying to get like a sexual transmitted disease test. I'm not sure if I can even say that on air. Just to get my routine physical, or my get that check done because I didn't have enough time to do it in America because of my work schedule. So I was like, let me come down here and do it, and it shouldn't be too much money, right? So I went to this hospital spot, and they tried to charge me like 2 million pesos, which is like about $508.
Oh,
Which
whoa.
I was like, yeah, there's no way an STT test, even in America, is not that much. So I'm like, how is that possible? And there's no way a Colombian is spending, $508 for an STD test. It's just not possible because the average salary is $300. No one is doing no test for $5. So that's cap. So some people would try to finesse you, and they won't care because you're American, so they won't try to help you out. But that happens every now and then. Some people try to get over on you. Uber drivers, not Uber drivers, but taxi drivers, will try to run the meter up on you. They'll try to turn it off, and they'll try to say, "Hey, is this amount versus it's not because you're American." So things like that.
You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello? Okay, so okay, let's break that down. So the hospital test, did you end up going through with it, or did you find another hospital?
Nah,
Did you
I
negotiate the
did not.
price?
I was like, I didn't negotiate anything. I just like, there's no way no one's spending this much. I didn't waste my time. I'm like, I'm gonna get somebody else. I'm gonna find a Colombian person who's around to kind of give me the tell me the actual spot of where I can get it done.
Okay, and did you find that spot?
I have not yet found a spot because I've been kind of busy. I had to go resume my work again, but I'm gonna find it eventually.
Flipping heck! Oh wow. So, brother, so let's say so the taximeter stuff, right? So, there's been a situation where the guy messed up the meter on purpose, and you had to pay the taxi like a lot of money.
No, so I'm always aware. That only happened like one time because that guy tried to finesse me. Because usually I take Uber, so I take Uber 99% of the time. I take Ubers, right? Especially when I came to Cali, I've only been taking Ubers because Ubers to me are very reliable. The reason that happened was I was in Medellin. I was down in El Centro, which if you guys know, that's like the center of Medellin is where there's a lot of action there. I was down there, and Ubers don't like to come down there because it's dangerous. So, sometimes you kind of have to take a taxi. So, in order for you to avoid that, I would just say take Uber, and that'll solve that issue for you because the money comes out right out your card. I always put the card option, so it gets taken directly from your card. So,
Okay, obviously, but we know sometimes if they do run the meter up, right, you don't pay them, you can get really sticky. Violence or shouting, uh, especially in these South American countries. So you want to avoid that. So good on you for letting brothers know to avoid taxis and use Uber. So I'm guessing probably you don't use bus or trains at all, Cali. It's just Uber for you.
yeah, because Ubers are so cheap, and then it's also just faster. You don't have to be on a hot bus because Cali's hot. I took the bus one time and it was hot. I would never take it again. Um, yeah, I prefer Uber. It's so cheap. You go from one spot to one spot for like $3. The most I've spent on a regular basis outside of the airport, or just like the most I ever spent other than the airport was like probably like $4, and that was like a 25-minute ride.
$4 for 20. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. This is insane. I'm liking what I hear about Colombia, but it's just safety for me. I'm big on safety, man. Like, I can get your kind of way of life, brother, easily in Japan, right? And obviously, Japan right now the yen is very low. Things are super cheap in Japan. Japan's slightly more expensive than Colombia, obviously, but still very cheap in Japan. I got the safety option there, brother. I got transportation, right? I got a great culture, great food, great vibes. Um, and it's options, man. It's tricky. You been to Japan before?
I have not been in Japan. I would maybe go to visit, but I kind of just prefer South African females or South American females
Mm.
because there's just so much variety here. They're beautiful, they're curvy. I do like BBLs, and there's a lot of them here. They have nicer hair. There's so much variation. There's so many beautiful females here who are thick, slim, in shape, different skin tones. There's just so much variations here in it.
Flipping heck. So, probably your chick, she works her own job. Does she ask you for money at all? Do you pay her bills or?
No. So we've only been living for or known each other for like a month. She's never asked for money. The most she ever asked for was like the birth control, because you probably understand why.
Mm.
Yeah.
Flipping heck, bruv. Um, okay. This is good. This is good intel, bro. Let's open up the phone lines. Shout out to Mr. Castlevania Kid for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Non-stop flight from Dallas to Rio is scheduled to occur later this year. American Airlines, which is its largest non-stop flight, 17 hours in economy. That's wild, bruv. 17 hours to get to Brazil from Dallas. What kind of F3 is that in economy, bruv? In hopefully y'all become, as uh uh y'all do extremely well in your careers that you ain't gonna see an economy, man, for 17 hours. Flipping heck, bruv.
And
Oh,
here's
okay. Go on, bro.
yeah, here's a tip for you guys, right? So the reason why I went back to America was to buy a bunch of things. So, for example, Adidas, like name brand things in Colombia are expensive. That means like Adidas, Nike products, you know, electronics. So before you guys visit Colombia, or I would say most of South America, buy all your things that you need. Don't come here thinking that's going to be cheaper. It's going to be a lot more money. So I went to America for that's one of the main reasons I went to America, back to America. I had to, buy a bunch of things. I had to do 2 check-ins with 70 pounds. So I loaded up two of my check-in bags, 70 pounds. I got the business class, American Airlines business, because when you get the business ticket, they give you two free check-in bags up to 70 pounds. So that's a little tip if you guys, want to load up clothes, candles. I bought a bunch of things because things in Colombia that are name brand are just overpriced. So yeah.
Damn, bro, you running business class now, bro? Salute.
Yeah,
Salute,
business
bro.
class was, man, it was a different experience, man. The service was crazy. They were feeding me like every 30 minutes. I couldn't keep up. I was like, here's some peanuts, here's some food, what type of drinks you want, and it was fast. I was like, damn, I never I never experienced that before. They were all over me. Or here's a towel, a clean rag, hot water that's hot to clean your hands. I was like, man, this is another level. Yeah.
Incredible, bro. Happy, brother. Happy for you, bruv. Keep thriving, brother. Keep thriving, man. Fantastic, bro. Keep doing well. So, let me ask this, brother. So, do you have private health insurance? Did you get that in America and that applies in Colombia? What about health insurance, brother? Break it down for instance of health. How does that work for you?
So that's a question I can't answer, because I'm you're gonna need to get that to get your digital nomad visa or your student visa, I believe. Definitely your digital nomad visa. So I only have my insurance that's in the states, but that doesn't work down here. So I'm going to eventually need to get a Colombian healthcare or some other healthcare, but I'm going to ask some experts. I can't even answer that question.
Oh,
I don't.
wow, brother. So, brother, you've lasted a year, brother, in Colombia without any health issues?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm a healthy person. I'm young. I was 29 at the time. I work out like 5 days a week. I did my physical when I went back. That's the first thing I did, and the doctor told me that I have amazing. I'm in amazing health. Everything is perfect. So yeah, I would of course get the travel insurance and things like that, but I work out a lot. I'm eating better. I'm very stress free. I'm stress free because I'm saving so much money. So I'm just printing my money every day and counting it. It piles up. So who won't be in good health when you're saving money and enjoying a country, good weather, beautiful females?
Salute. Yo, salute to the passport bros, man. Salute to brothers that broke out the matrix, who are in IT, who are in Colombia right now. Salute to you, Ethan. Great job, brother, for breaking out the matrix. Shout out to Castlevania Kid for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. 2.5 million visitors to Colombia per year. Only 40 instance. Out of the 40 instance, only 8 deletion. And out of the 8, only 2 are black men. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So it's not a major global country catastrophe happening in
But the
Colombia. Come on,
the
bro.
thing is, right? People will say will take those 40 incidents, and then because those are like the main things that happen, and they'll make no, they make it seem as if these 40 incidents, right? It's just like Colombia is so dangerous. Like that's all I'm hearing now. It's Colombia is so dangerous, so dangerous. Something happened to 40 people, foreigners. It's such a dangerous country, but I'm like, yo, and people, it's only 40 people. Like, it's that's crazy. That's like a 0.001% chance. Like, and those people were not doing the right things. They were moving a little funny. So
Wow. Shout out to Mr. Castlevania Kid for the $5 super chat. I typed it wrong. 17 hours is the longest flight coming soon. Sorry, I typed it wrong. 17 hours is their longest flight coming soon. Not 17 hours from Dallas to Rio, but there'll be flights from Dallas to Rio soon. Okay, thank you, bro, for clarifying that. Much appreciated, bro. Awesome. All right, so let's open up the uh the phone lines, man. You have any questions for brothers in terms of Colombia? His life out there. Break it down for us, man. Call in. If you can't call in, hit your question in the super chat or PayPal donation, man. Breaking out the matrix. Ethan, well done, bro. Well done, man.
Absolutely.
Um, so you plan on buying a condo there in the future in Colombia, brother, and living there permanently?
Absolutely. I'm going to invest. Like once I get this Python job, um, I'm going to, build up some money, and I'm going to like start investing into like real estate, because I think eventually it's going to take off. There's more people are going to find out about the country, and it's just going to skyrocket. So
Brother, you're very smart, bro. Same for Japan. That's why they're doing the digital nomad visa. It's gonna take off. So, which is why, brothers, get into IT before it's too late. Don't say IP didn't warn you. Book your IT consultations. Get into my Python course. Get into Fields AWS course. The time is now, bruv. The world is becoming more tech, more digitalized, so to speak. Um, and obviously, South Korea and Japan are following suit. Soon to be African countries. I anticipate that African countries will have their own digital nomad visa. And if you're not in IT, if you're a firefighter, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, if you are a truck driver, you can't do the remote working lifestyle. You can't do it, unfortunately. You can't. Um, and IP be telling you for the past 5 years, get into IT, get into IT. The brothers that listen to me are in IT right now. Shout out to Ramel, okay? One of my former Python students doing great things in IT right now. Great things. Um, he's one of my best students ever, Ramel, and UK brother doing great in IT, and he's killing it right now, right? And I'm happy that he put his consultation with me. I went through his CV, and then a month later he got his first job in IT. A month or two later, his first job in IT, and then you know he joined my Python course. That went well for him. I'm changing lives here, so you know and there'll be a time where I just want to sit back, relax, leave the channel, leave all the intel for you on the channel. I want to be my bay and be chill, have a network of brothers, and I'm good, man. I'm good, you know. Um, because I'm right now, I'm actually overworking myself heavily, bruv. It's over the past couple of years, it's been tough, bruv. Sacrificing my personal life. Look at me streaming at 2 a.m. I'm not out here partying in the club. I ain't in no bar in the UK. I'm at home right now, changing lives, giving brothers the intel. It ain't easy, bruv. Okay, it's been me sacrificing my own personal time and my enjoyment for the betterment of other brothers. I need my props, man. I really do. I really need my props because no other person has touched upon over 80 countries, not only on YouTube but on the Patreon too. Better every day. Can you turn your camera on in the background, please? So I know you're not a troll, please, brother, for security. Confirmed. Thank you, bro. Awesome. Turn your camera off. Shout out to Mr. Babatunde Oluye for the 299 Australian dollar super chat. Appreciate you, bro. IP Seychelles has a remote work visa. There you go, man. Seychelles, that hot country, bro. You been there before, Babatunde? They got peanut butter brown skinned women out there in Seychelles. This IT game is gonna blow the whole matrix out the water. Imagine working in Seychelles, right? And you meet a half black, half Japanese chick, peanut butter brown skin in Seychelles, and she's looking at you like she wants to, you know, she wants you. keeping it PG, and you on your laptop working. You look to your right, cute peanut butter brown skin chick.
Now the thing is, right?
Go on, bro.
I don't I don't really enjoy traveling like because I got too much stuff, right? Because
Mm,
I don't travel light, so I like to be in an established location, and then maybe go and visit other places because Colombia is basically my home. I literally brought my monitors. I bought everything I need. I bought a bunch of clothes, bought my speakers. Like this is my home, so I got too much things to be moving around, and it's too difficult. So Colombia is my home base, and then I might go visit like Africa for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and come back to Colombia. But traveling too much is not really for me.
so hold on there, better over there. Two questions for you, brother. So when you leave Colombia, right? Obviously, you have your own spot there. Does the landlord know? And do you lock your door? How do you know it's safe? But just break down when you, 'cause obviously you're in a foreign country, you're leaving there for another foreign country, but you have your stuff in Colombia. Is everything safe there? You lock all the doors. Your landlord knows. You're good. Break it down for us, bro.
So there's two ways you can do it. So I'll give you the first way. The first way is when I left to go to back in America in December. I live in the Airbnb right now, right? So I've been here for like 5 months in the same Airbnb, so I know the guy really well. So I told him, hey, I'm gonna move all my stuff right to the upstairs unit because it was an empty unit because it's under construction. So he had just washed my stuff for a month, and I came back and got it right. So that's one way. You got to build connections. There are storage units here that you can keep your stuff, but in a more regular situation where you have a crib and you live in an apartment complex and you're leasing it off like 6 to 1 year, you can get security cameras. So I currently bought a 360 security camera. As long as there's power and there's internet, it works, and you can just put it on if you were to leave. And then you can also tell the security guards, hey, please watch out for my apartment, because sorry, um, most of these apartment complexes are like in a gated neighborhood where you can't get in. You can't just walk in. There has to be a reason for you being there. You have to give your ID card. There's cameras everywhere, so that's why I say Colombia is very safe. It doesn't matter who you are. If you go inside these complexes, you're gonna need to show your ID. You can't just pull up and just come in and do whatever you want to.
I see. Okay, I like the sound of that. Okay, interesting, bro. Interesting. So brother, so obviously, so you made a good point there because obviously you're settled now in Colombia, traveling there will be obviously try tedious. You have a lot of stuff, right? But that's why I recommend, right? Eventually, you want to have like a home base, and that home base, right? You want to have your own property, right? You want to buy a property, mortgage, or buy it, in full. Have that there, leave your stuff there, and you can travel around the world, brother. You know, is that something you're thinking of doing, brother, in the future when you buy your property in Colombia?
Absolutely. I'm going to do that. I'm going to, of course, install security cameras all over. I'm going to hire someone to watch it because it's probably going to be pretty cheap to hire someone or have a friend live in the place for you. Depends on what you prefer. If you want no one to live in there, you can just ask someone to watch it, watch over it, like come and visit every 2 days. And this install security cameras. You can get some security cameras from America. They're pretty cheap. You can buy a bunch of security cameras, load it up in your luggage, and then install it. Pretty simple. You can buy some from here because they still have the same security cameras. Might be more money, but you can of course install this into your home, outside, two on the outside, three on the inside. It just depends on how big your complex is, and just watch it. So that's one way, and of course still have someone who can watch it physically. You can hire a security guard. It's not going to cost you too much money to hire a security guard to watch it. If you want them to be there, 8-hour shifts, 24 hours, you can do that. It really just depends on like what type of setup you want to buy. Whether it's like an independent home, an apartment complex with 24/7, security, or like an independent home where you might want to hire a personal security guard to just watch your place, 24/7. It depends. It's up to you how you kind of want to do your business.
I see. And would that person be giving keys to your property to go inside, or
It depends on what you want it to be. I would recommend that you should give them keys to your property, but only let them know only use it if it's an emergency. Always have security cameras. So this is just a lesson that you should learn. in any country you go to, or even if you're in America, you have a property, right? You should always just have security cameras. It's just common sense. They're not too expensive. You should just have them to monitor your home just in case. Pay someone. You can pay someone to, it's pretty cheap here to pay someone to watch your home if you want to. I'm sure you can find someone who'll be able to do it for you.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Shout out to Mr. Matt Battle for the $199 super chat. I appreciate you, bro, for the support. Thank you, IP, for always putting together the best content and resources to help Passport Bros move forward in life. Fist bump. Thank you, bro, for the support and for the kind words, Matt Battle. Much appreciation, bro. Shout out to Mr. Castlevania for the $5 super chat. Third or fourth time tonight. Thank you for the support, brother. Bro, paying little, no tax, probably living off 30 to 40% of your salary, save and invest to rest. How does tax savings work out for you? Great question there, bro. Go on, Ethan.
So that's a question I can't answer for you, because I haven't really lived here long enough to know the implications of tax. I've heard a little bit about it, but I'm not going to give any advice because I'm not proficient or have that much knowledge of taxes here yet.
Okay, okay, bro. I don't want to go too deep into it. Um, that is a personal discussion there. But shout out to Castlevania for the super chat there. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Cloud Ninja 9992 for the $499 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to UIP, planning on scheduling a CV consultation with you. Enjoy the Python course, bro. Yep, thank you, bro, for the support. Look at that, man. Former Python student, he enjoyed the Python course, book a CV consultation with me. Appreciate you, bro, for the support and for taking the initiative, brother. Thank you very much, bro. Let me bring in Mr. Better Every Day in the background. What's going on, bro?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. How you keeping?
Awesome, I'm good, man. Yeah, IP, I just want to say thanks for the content, man. Really appreciate it. Hey, how you doing, Ethan?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. So I'm currently in Medellin right now. I'm gonna be here till like about a month, and I got a couple questions for you. My first one is, do you currently have a gym membership anywhere?
Yes, that's a great question. I have two gym memberships, and I'm going to explain to you why. Um, so where I live, right, the first gym membership, I go there about like 4 or 5 times a week. Um, I go there because it's closer. I don't have to take an Uber there because I don't want to take even though the Uber is like an 8 minute ride, it's just kind of an inconvenience to call it Uber. It's not really about the money because it's cheap. It's just that the inconvenience of calling an Uber, waiting for the Uber, getting an Uber just to get to the gym and then do the same thing backwards, versus me just walking, 30 seconds to my gym, and then hitting the gym and then walking back home 30 seconds and take a shower and eat some food. And I only go to the other gym because on Sundays my gym is closed, so I kind of have to go to if I want to go to a gym, I have to go to SmartFit. They're both about 2020. SmartFit's about 22, and my other gym is about 22. So I pay like 44 dollars a month for both my gyms.
Okay, so when you signed up for SmartFit, like what's the other gym called? Is it like a personal gym or is it like a franchise chain?
It's probably a personal gym.
Oh,
The
okay.
equipment, yeah, the equipment is not as good as SmartFit, but it gets the job done.
Okay, the reason why I was asking is because I was trying to sign up for a gym membership out here, and the lady I went to like two different gyms, and the lady was telling me that I would need a Colombian, I think ID, and
Cellular.
I would have to pay with a bank that's from Colombia. And so
Okay.
I was like, how are people getting gym memberships out here then if they're foreigners?
So that's that. So I don't know what type of gym that is, but that ID is they call it a cellular. So
Hmm.
you should be able to get a gym with just an ID card. So what gym were you trying to register?
SmartFit.
That's kind of strange because so
Yeah, right.
technically maybe the laws have changed, but I signed up for SmartFit like I think like 2 years ago.
Mm,
Um, so maybe they changed the rules because I think they're getting more strict. I'll give you an example, right? Um, my phone bill, Tigo. I have a phone bill with Tigo. I signed up for this Tigo plan in Medellin, and this is probably this is probably like 7 months ago. So they didn't ask me for my Colombian ID. They just gave it to me. But then when I came to Cali, they told me that hey, they weren't supposed to give it to you because you needed a Colombian ID. So I don't know why they would tell you that. Maybe you might want to go to a different gym. That's
yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
So yeah, the first gym I went to, they just told me they didn't do monthly things. I needed to be in like a year contract, and I was like, okay, I'll just go to a different gym. And I went to the different one, and she was telling me that I would have to need all that information and stuff. And that's kind of crazy because I got a SIM card just fine, right? I have Claro, and they just needed my passport, and so I was like, okay, cool. And then they gave me the SIM card. So I just found it strange that it's like I need a whole not only the cedula but the bank from Colombia. I thought that was weird.
That
So
is very
I just
strange.
wanted to see if you had that same issue or not. So maybe it's
Nah,
just these areas.
cause yeah, I've done it twice. Like this other gym is like a low is like a really independent gym, and they just
Mhm.
say, hey, give me your passport. You can pay cash. You can pay you can pay with your credit though, tarjeta, which just means like your Target credit card. So yeah, there was no issues. It was pretty easy. Just pay monthly, and that's it.
Wow. Okay. And my second question is, in Cali, are you more on the north side, the south side, or which kind of you know you don't have to give specifics, but just kind of the general area.
I'm on the south side. I think I like the south side better because there's a lot of malls nearby. At least a
Hmm.
lot of good malls, and I just feel as if I like it better. I've been to the north a few times. I will say the north has better restaurants. The Norte, La Norte has better restaurants. A
Hmm.
lot better restaurants. The restaurants in the south are still good as well, but like the fancier restaurants, you get more of them in the north.
Okay. The reason why I was asking is, do you notice um, I was gonna say race, but it's more like a color difference between the north and the south?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't spent too much time in the north to know, but I do see a lot more Afro Latinas here. I really haven't spent that much time in the north. That's
Hmm.
the thing. I can't really say. Um,
Okay, okay, yeah, because I'm in the southern region of Medellin, right? And this is my second time here. The first time I was here, I stayed in like the Poblado area, and then I went to go like walk around Centro, and that's where I was seeing a lot of like black Colombians. Which, if I'm sure you know, but the thing that tripped me out is like I would see black men, and I was like, oh, okay, these are like American guys, and I'm like walking up to them, and they just flat out like fluent Spanish, and I'm like, whoa, like what is going on? Like they're from here, and I was like, okay, that it trips you out because they look exactly like American black men, and you're like, what? And they just full blown start speaking Colombian Spanish. You're like, okay, that trips me out. But in the South where I'm at right now, none. It's all just like the whiter Colombians, and so even if I kind of do stand out because I have dreads, and so I just stand out just because of that. But even if I didn't, I would just stand out just because I'm black. Because I only see like two other black women when I go for my walks every day. So it's like it was just kind of weird. I was wondering if that was the same thing with Cali.
yeah. So in Cali, I have not been to the north that many times, but I know in the south I do see a lot of Afro Latina. A lot of them. I mean, there's not really a lot of them, but it's more than there was in Medellin because there's
Mhm.
still a lot of white Latinas here. So yeah.
Right. I definitely want to visit Cali because I hear there's a huge salsa culture there, and I've been learning recently, and I love it. As my first time going, would you suggest that I stay like in kind of like your area, like in the South area, or do you have like a specific like area, like for my first time that I should go?
I would say, living in my area, I'll give you my Airbnb, right? I'll kind of give you the more, if you want my number, I'll give you the details. I
Hmm.
like my Airbnb because you can like, if you, let's say you go on a date, right? Where I live, you can easily take a chick to a restaurant that's very close by. I'm talking about like 25 seconds walking. Plenty of them. You
Oh
got
wow.
fish spots, chicken spots, burger spots, noodles. You got your haircut guy that's right around the street. Grocery, supermercados, everything is like in this area. The mall, if you want to take us to the mall, it's like a 5 to 6 minute Uber ride. So I like this spot because it's more convenient. I do know another spot that's like, because I'm kind of searching for like apartment, and the spots I'm looking at that I like, there's nothing nearby, so there's no restaurants, there's no barber shop that you can walk to,
Hmm.
none of that. You have to take an Uber everywhere. to the gym. You guys take an Uber, so it's not the best spot. So that's why you got to know the right people and the right spots. Like this spot specifically, I'm sure you can find other spots that are like close by, um,
Mm,
that you might be able to like walk. But this place to me is like the most convenient in terms of like walking distance. Let's say you take a chick out to a nice restaurant, very fancy. The lights are nice. The food is really good. It's cheap, but it's good quality. Good atmosphere. You're chopping it up. The date's going well. You want that smooth transition over to your crib to like handle your business, watch a movie. That's why this spot is like the perfect spot. And there's no security in terms of like there's no guy at the door. It's self entry, which is less awkward, so you can just smoothly take her in,
right.
and continue, continue your business. I love this spot, so
Yeah,
I'm kind of sad that I have to move.
and
Hold
that's
that thought there. Sorry, but over there. Sorry, bro. Shout out to Mr. Castlevania Kid for the $5 super chat. Do you get any discount with Airbnb owner the longer you stay? That's a question for you, Ethan.
Great question. So yes, you do. Um, so when I first started, I think I was paying like, I think it might have been like 2,500 pesos. So sorry, 2,000,000 500, right? That might be like the actual Airbnb price, which is about 635. It might have been like 2,300. Let's just say it was 2,300, right? I think it might have been like 23 or 25. So I told him, hey, I'm going to spend like 6 months here, drop it down to like 2,100, right? Which is like a lot less. It's only it's still a price for what you're getting. So yeah, of course, if you say, hey, I'll stay longer. If you want to finesse more, you can talk this 2,100 down to like 1,900, and even save more money. So you can of course talk it down the longer you stay. Um, Absolutely, you can talk it down.
I have another question. So, in terms of like banking, do you have a Colombian bank account, Ethan, or are you using your American bank account to spend there?
So I'm using my American bank account, but eventually I'm going to get a Colombian one because in order to build credit, you're going to need a bank account. You're going to need a credit card, and your credit score from America doesn't count when it comes to Colombia. But there is like I think the Bank of Colombia. There's like a Bank of Colombia in like Miami. I think it's called like Bank of Colombia Miami branch or something, but it's kind of like one of the few banks that kind of is American, but it's also Colombian that you can get in America. But that's like a very niche bank, and there's very specific, requirements. I think it's only in Miami. So
Interesting. So, let me ask this then. Um, you spending from your American account every day for the past year, your American bank hasn't flagged you or asked you questions about what you're doing in Colombia for that long. It's all good.
yeah, so it's all good. From time to time, you might run into a situation, because I have like a credit union where they'll flag your account, right? But you can easily call them and say, "Hey, I'm going to be in Colombia for this amount of time," and then they're going to see your transactions. So eventually, they're going to know that, hey, this is not fraud. You've been here. So once you fix that, it won't go off again. But some banks, for example, will never flag your account. Like for example, Chase has never flagged my account because these some credit cards expect you to travel. They're like travel cards, so they expect you to be in other countries using your
Mm,
card. So that's why they literally have no foreign transaction fees because they know you're going to be in a different country, so they won't flag it at all.
good stuff, bro. Good
if,
stuff.
if I could add to that,
Of course.
so I have two banks, right? And the first bank, if they have like it in the app, you could just tell them like, "Hey, I'm going to be here between this date and this date," and then it's completely fine. But I also have this bank called Go To Bank, and it's like literally the worst thing because they don't have it to where you can tell them, and I can't even log into the account. Like even with the VPN, they're like, if I'm not in my exact state where I usually log in, they ice me out. And so I had to wait until I go back and then switch SIM cards and all that. Because again, once I switch my SIM, I have a different number. So it's not like I can just call them. You know what I mean? So just want
Mm,
to throw that out there to make sure you ask your bank what's going on.
And this is my advice: if you're planning on leaving the country, please use a big bank. Like this is why you need to have like a Chase, an M&T, a Bank of America. You want to have these big banks that have great customer service because um, they're gonna solve these issues for you faster. You won't have these issues. Also, discovery does not work out here. All the people who are in the chat who have discovery know that your car is not gonna work out here.
Mm.
Awesome. I got another caller. Is that your questions, Bit every day? You have another question?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Ethan. You have a way that I could reach out to you, like an Instagram or something, because I love to connect with you.
Let me put my number in the I'm not let
Put
me
that in the
see.
private chat, bro. Just
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna
there's a
put it in a
private
private
chat.
chat for you.
Don't get it mixed up with the public chat, just in case.
Absolutely. Let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, this
Hold
is
on.
it.
Support number one here. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
All
So
right.
that's it. Just
So
hit me up.
Awesome, man. Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks again, IP. I'm good on my questions.
thank you for that, Better Every Day. Let me bring in Mr. BLX. You're confirmed, brother. Camera's off. Awesome. Remember bringing Mr. BLX. How you doing, BLX?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear. You good?
Yeah, just wanted to drop some game real quick. If you guys want to pick up a Colombian bank account, but you don't have a cellular or like a Colombian ID, you can still get one just with your passport. I have one. What you have to do is you have to sign up for an RUT. So it's kind of like a simple tax ID, and no one's gonna really tell you to do something like that. But you could just hop on YouTube, right? And then type in Colombia RUT. Then you'll actually see like a tutorial video where they actually like show you how to go through and fill out like this form. And then once you've completed the RUT, you take that and your passport over to a Bank of Colombia uh, branch, right? And they should be able to sign you up with that because that's all I needed to get a bank account for myself.
Gee, that's great, right? But I still think that you should get a Colombian ID because that Colombian ID you're going to run into a situation where you need a Colombian ID. So I just think that
Oh yeah,
yeah, you got to get that Colombian ID if you plan on living in Colombia.
oh yeah, yeah, for
So
sure. I'm just saying that there's also a workaround where you can, start getting a bank account before you get the ID too.
I see. So how long does that ID take to get?
The RUT, it's on demand. You can do it whenever.
No, I'm talking about like your cellular.
Oh, yeah, for that, I think you need to have some sort of visa. So that
Oh,
means
I
that,
see. I see.
yeah, you'd probably need to either become a student or get married or uh, have like an investor visa or something like that. That's usually where it comes.
I see. That's smart. Great. Thank you for that. That's great advice. Yeah. Yeah, but that RUT is a good idea. I probably would need to get on that as well. Eventually, I'm gonna see. I don't think I need a bank right now.
Yeah,
As of
I
yet.
still find it pretty useful because whenever you're dealing with the smaller shops, they're not going to use like a credit card or anything like that. So sometimes they like to do like the bank transfers or transferencias, and you need to have like Colombian bank account to do something like that. So yeah, it's more of a convenience factor. I wouldn't just like keep all my money there or anything.
I see. Okay, and that makes sense. Great advice.
Awesome. Awesome. Um, any questions for our guest, BLX?
You said that you are in Cali, correct?
See, I am in Cali, Colombia.
Cool. Yeah, I probably missed part of the stream, but how's the dating life out?
The dating life is good. I haven't had any issues. I haven't really been trying to date recently because I have a girl. I am meeting new chicks, but I don't want to invest too much time because I have a young chick who's attractive. She can always hit the gym to get better in her body. But it's nice. I would say it's pretty easy. A lot of single chicks out here. There are a lot of single moms, but there are of course a lot of chicks who are single who don't have any kids who are in school who are very attractive. So, and I would say this is advice. These chicks are very easy. Like, just if you speak Spanish, speak Spanish, you dress well, you smell good, you can get yourself a baddie like crazy, like young. Because I've been on so many of this with like 23-year-olds who are young. And you only need to be romantic and know Spanish, and that's it.
Conozco algunas palabras en español, pero no mucho.
Yeah, yeah. You said but you're studying Spanish, pero, but not mucho, so not a lot. You don't know a lot of
Yeah,
Spanish.
not a lot.
Yeah, yeah. My Spanish is getting better. I'm able to understand words like pero. Pero is a good word because to learn because it means but. Like entonce as well is so. So I'm just, of course, I'm actually doing a lot better at it this year than last year. So I'm more actively trying to learn. I will probably ask my girl to move in with me just for the purpose of me learning Spanish because I really want to like be like at least 70% know Spanish by the end of this year, maybe like 50 to 70% by the end of this year. So her living with me will help out.
Yeah,
Also,
I'm a.
oh my
Go
bad.
ahead.
I was gonna say also a good resource is a website called Preply, Preply, and that's like your own private tutor. Like I just signed up for my first lesson yesterday, and it's like anywhere it can range from anywhere for like $5 to like $15 a session. You can
That's
speak
crazy.
like Colombians or whatever type of Spanish you want to learn. So
Wow. I need you said pre-pri, right? PRPLIC right here.
Preply. It's like
Thank
it has a pink logo.
you. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'm really serious about learning Spanish because I feel when you know Spanish, like that's you're gonna take off with the chicks, bro. Because you're already American. You're already you're when you making above like 30K, put you in like the top 10%. Especially if you're in shape, you look well, you dress well, you smell good, and that Spanish just puts you on that level where you can get a lot more chicks, and you're gonna be able to socialize better, go out to places more, interact, and just get more dates. So
Awesome. Great conversation so far. All right, so let's give it 10 more minutes and we'll wrap it up. 10, 15 minutes. So if anyone has any questions in the panel, BLX or Better Every Day, or y'all want to call in, now is the time. We're gonna wrap up in 10, 15 minutes. This is a great stream so far, bro. So, brother, you're really loving Cali. That's your spot. You want to buy a property in Cali, brother. You want to live in Cali. Is that the plan, Ethan?
absolutely. I love Cali. I just wish that I wish it wasn't as hot. That's the only bad part about Cali. It's too hot. It's too sunny. It's kind of like a little bit like Africa, where the sun is just beating down on you. So
Is it
Is
like a
that
dry heat or a humidity?
nah, I think it's more like just the sun hitting you. I think so. It's probably dry heat.
Hmm.
is it hot 24/7?
Nah, like
So
today
so
was good. Yeah, today
is
was
is
good. Sorry, go ahead.
is it hot every day, or is there winters in Cali?
No, so it's hot most of the time. Like some days might be a little cooler, but for the most part, it's hot on most days. It's because they only have like rain season, and then but rain season it still has sun. So and it's not really rain season because rain season meaning it will rain all day or most of the day. So it's more like a little bit of rain and then mostly heat.
Wow. So what's your skincare then? Obviously it's hot. You use like a sunscreen, moisturizer. What's your skincare, bro?
So my skincare this year has gotten better. I got me some like CeraVe. I need to order some more. So mostly just like I have like daily moisturizer with like fit like I think it's like 25 SPF. I try to like just put that on all the time, especially before I go out. And I don't like to go out too much. I like to kind of avoid in early mornings. Oh, I'll just put on sunscreen and then apply it, and then maybe come home. I like to come home a lot. So if I go out, I'll come home, I'll take a shower, put it on again, and I head right back out. Because Ubers are so cheap. I can go to a place and it costs like 140, and I come back 11, take 11-minute ride, come back to my home, eat a little bit, maybe put on more cologne, and then head back out and maybe come back home again and then just go out like crazy because Ubers are so cheap. 'Cause
Hmm.
I can go out like 4 or 5 times and it'd be like $7 total for the day.
So wonderful.
Incredible. Okay, you got a question there, Better every day?
I wanted a comment. I was actually thinking about you, IP, the other day. Cause listen, I've seen a lot of beautiful women, right? But I think the one that has my heart the most is the Latin Asian mix. Oh my God. It's
Oh,
literally the prettiest women I've ever seen in my life. and it's like it's I don't really see them too often. I believe I only saw like three, but I seen one, and they're usually on the taller side too, which is crazy. But they're gorgeous, man. It's insane to me. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I bet you if IP saw this, he'd go fucking crazy. Oh, I'm sorry about that. He'd go
What
crazy.
country is this? What country is this?
I was in Cali, or not Cali. I was in Medellin.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I co-sign
I
that.
damn. Are these brown skin or these pale skin women?
no, so I would say more like. So think of like, how do I put that? It's like a light tan. It's like a mixed girl with like a tan. So it's
Ah,
not that peanut butter, but it's like a little bit lighter than that. With like
and
Asian eyes, but like Colombian. It's such a beautiful mix, man. Like insanely
Col-
beautiful.
they
Colombian
like black.
body and Asian everything else.
Yes, basically yes. So it's like they're not like because Colombians are like not like fat thick, but they just got body. So like slim that down some towards like an athletic build. Oh my gosh, it's insane. Every single one of them I've seen is just like drop dead.
And they like black men.
I wouldn't know. The only one I've seen was like if I was walking and I see it, I'm like, oh my god, I just let it pass by.
You should have code approach, bro. Flipping heck, man.
I got to. But listen, my scale is like high. I don't give girls like nines and tens, things like that easily. Easily, every single one of them I saw was like nines and tens. Easily.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I need to make a note of that. Ask around. Good spot there. Better every day. Awesome. All right, brothers. So let's wrap it up. So any closing questions or statements from BLX? Let's go with BLX, brother. Any last questions or statements, bro?
Nothing besides get into IT.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, BLX. Much appreciated, bro, for you calling in. Mr. I'm gonna drop you off, BLX. I'm gonna wrap it up now. I'm super tired. Mr. Better Everyday. Any closing statements?
No thanks. Thanks for your time, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No problem, bro. Thank you, Better Everyday. Have a great weekend, you and BLX. Mr. Ethan, great live stream, brother. Do you have any closing statements, brother?
I would say just stay focused. Don't take anything for granted. Get your passports. Travel the world, man. There's so many countries. Colombia. Brazil, South America, Asia, Africa. Like, just get your passports and travel, man. There's just so much out here for you to be stuck in America and just wasting your life away, spending all that money on rent. That's
Oh,
overpriced rent and food.
facts, bro. Absolute facts. Oh man, UK brothers know all about that. Before you go, brother, is there any sort of favorite Colombian services you use or any favorite Colombian apps you use?
That's a great question. Actually, we should have actually talked about that earlier. I would say Rappi. That's like my number one app that I use every day. For food, you can order more than just food on there. You can order beer. You can order groceries. You can order everything. And one also really cool feature is you can order money from your credit card and it gets delivered to your home, which is crazy.
Actual physical money.
Actual physical money. You can charge your card like in $600 pesos, which is probably like $100 or something, and it will get delivered to your home cash, and you don't get charged a cash advance. But there's like a limit, of course. I think it's like 600,000 pesos, which is about $152, which is absolutely insane. It's very convenient. I used it like the last day I was going to the airport, and I don't want to go to the ATM. So
How'd you spell Rappy?
RAPPI.
Amazing. Thank you,
Yeah.
bro. Thank you, Ethan. Ethan, have a great weekend ahead, brother, in Colombia. Obviously, brother, keep in touch and keep building your network, bro. You got a solid network in the IT game and of course the passport bro game as well, brother. All the best success to you, brother. And awesome, bro. Speak to you very soon, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. So in about like I would say 8 months from now, we can have another live stream, and I'll kind of give you guys an update on my job hunt, how it's going to go in Colombia. So I kind of give you guys like an update of what I did to get a job. So by then I should have a job by 8 months. So
Let's go. You will. Absolutely, brother. Thank you, Ethan, man, and have a great time over there in Cali, Colombia, bro. Speak soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good night.
Take it easy, brother. Peace out. So that was Ethan there, brothers. For another classic live stream. Once again, brothers, the power's in your hand. Only you can change your life. If you want to be like Ethan, if you want to be in IT, travel all around the world, be in Cali, Colombia, literally paying for your own spot under $500 a month. When in America, brothers are paying $850 a month, like Ethan was doing, for a shared house. You share your bathroom, share the kitchen, and you want to have a room. What kind of F3 is that? What kind of F3 is that, bruv? The West is done for, all right? Like I mentioned, Japan got a digital nomad visa. Japan cheap, South Korea cheap, Colombia cheap, right? This is the game right now, brothers, all right? Africa are gonna have their own visa, okay? The best way to take advantage of this is to get into IT. So I'm looking forward to teaching new people in the Python class. It should be awesome. And yeah, keep thriving, man. Keep thriving. And flipping heck, bro. I'm tired. Shout out to Mr. Ro Black in the building for the $777 super chat. Ro, thank you very much for the support. Much appreciated, bro. Hope all is well with you, brother. Thank you, bro. Awesome. Awesome. All right, man. I'm gonna wrap it up. And I hope you all have a great weekend ahead. Appreciate you, brother, for the support. Sue IP, much respect to you, brother. Much respect to you, and for the support you give for the channel, brother. It means a lot. All right, brother. So, inspirational streams. Hope to see you in the Python course. Hope to see you taking initiative. Hope to see you believing in yourself. And yeah, keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Travel. All right. Take it easy, brothers. Peace out.